With two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter.
Credit to them for taking that game into a third overtime. But in the end, they just ran out of steam.
Outside Hunter. Back to Suggs. Mobley on a screen. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Well, Doris, we got a clash at the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
B.A., there was once a point in history where we were talking about is the 5-man phased out of the game, and all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
Drills it from deep.
Boy, everyone seems to want a three-point shot now. Clearly something Evan Mobley is working towards.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We talked about this matchup here tonight, specifically what his team wants to do against Miles Turner. Coach told me we need to push him out of the paint whenever we can and make him a jump shooter and live with those results. If we can do that, I think we'll be in great shape. Guys, back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Okoro, no good. And here are the Pacers now. There's a screen by Turner. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Suggs. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Boy, Suggs gets up off his feet in a hurry, finishes that drive with authority.
And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
Here's Siakam. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. In transition. Outside Jones. Pass to Hunter. Back to Okoro. Now Jones. Shot clock at 5. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Outside Hunter. Here's Okoro. And he makes it on the layup.
Wow, that's a nice burst of power from Okoro. Use your muscles to get past that contact.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Young looking around. Down low. Stolen by Jones. And here we go. The Cavs on the move. Pass to Mobley. Back to Suggs. Hunter the screen. Out to Mobley. Three-pointer. Indiana with a rebound. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Siakam outside. Back to Turner. Over Jones. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Pass to Mobley. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Here's Siakam. Hunter covering. Back to Turner. There's the triple. Connects from downtown. Turner's got 5 points.
Turner's ability to knock down the three is absolutely critical. His confidence from beyond the arc is remarkable.
Suggs, no good. Indiana leading. Pass to Young. Okoro with the ball. And it's Young picking him up. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Oh, this guy's just such a natural slasher. Okoro has just enough juice on that first step to force defenders to take bad angles.
And that's good as he hits both shots. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Black. On the wing, Simons. Takes a three. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And over the course of a season, this is one of Simon's strengths, his efficiency from range.
Here's Walker.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The kick to Hunter. Here's Mobley. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Pacers out in front, up by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Indiana shooting their first free throw of the evening. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
DA, I absolutely love this. And more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Cavaliers trail by 5. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you.
Hey, yo, right here.
5 to shoot. To the left wing. Black. And the three-pointer goes. Black's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And it's Garland on the drive. Wagner for 3. And Clingan pulls it down.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Simons left side. Pass to Clingan. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Wagner. Cavaliers trail by 6. Back to Alvarado. Now here's Garland. Laid it in with a nice Nice touch off the window.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
Here's Black. Pass to Klingon. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
And a high-effort play from Klingon, using his power to overcome the interior defense.
Wagner with a screen. Launches it. Knocks down the long J. Wagner's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Here's Black. The 3. Doesn't go that time. Now Garland. A minute 53 left in the first half of this one. Outside Strus. Wagner on the wing. And stolen by Williams. 4-3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Now here's Garland. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Count it. And it's now only a 1-point Pacer lead.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it. Yeah, Klingon is a smart player with underrated passing skills, not just a big body out there.
Wagner outside. Pass to Jerome. Strus with it. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Strus has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Klingon. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first half. Out to Simons. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. The Cavs trailing. Cuts off the pass. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. Here's Walker. And the jam by Walker.
Yeah, the versatility of Walker. Can play back to the basket and get out and run. I mean, that combination is tough to find.
Here's Klingon. With 1 on the clock. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And here's Turner from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. The definition of a stretch 5, Doris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a 3.
Man, it's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. Turner is on the floor. You've got to be aware of where he is in range. And then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
Here's Shepard. No points so far. And here's Turner. To the wing, right side. Just 5 to shoot. Unloads. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Turner's got 7.
Well, Miles Turner has earned the trust of his coaches. He's got the green light in these catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Mobley on a screen. And he dunks it down.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Turner, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Mobley on a screen. Mobley throws it down.
Well, we know this. Playing above the rim is a big part of Evan Mobley's game.
Outside Young. To the middle. Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
From deep, Mobley.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Miles Turner, the 11th pick by the Pacers in 2015 for much of his team. He's endured the trade rumors. He said, I've still got PTSD from that, but I wanted to be here in Indy. And last season, a renegotiation of his contract, giving him an extension and a raise. Brian, he is locked in as their starting center.
Yeah, it would appear so, Allie. Thank you. And Suggs, here we go. Banked it in off the glass. Suggs has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, what a burst of speed on the drive from Jalen Suggs. Leaves the defender in the rear view.
Inside. And then Turner with the dunk.
2 minutes.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Pass to Mobley. Fires for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Mobley's got 10 points in the game.
Overall, their shot selection has been much better here in the second half. We'll see if the rest of their game follows suit.
To the paint. Stolen. Here's Hunter. Up top, Suggs for the lead. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Siakam with it. He's scoreless. Pass to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Don't you love how many different ways Miles Turner can score the basketball? Spot up, in transition, operating in the post. He's got the entire arsenal.
Left in the third quarter. Now Garland. He's got 6. Outside Strus. Back to Garland. Shot clock at 6.
Okay, young fella. Look, I'll tell you this. Do not test Donovan Clingan. They just learned that the hard way.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized. But with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players. And he's become a ferocious scorer.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs in the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Outside Garland. Pass to Alvarado. Intercepted. And here's Siakam. And the layup is good. And the Pacers lead by 8.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And the shot is good by Garland. Garland's got 8 points.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Siakam the screen. And here's Simons outside. And so it's Miles Turner making highlights for Indiana. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Time for... Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Cavaliers trail by 6. Mobley outside. Here's Black. To the inside. Klingon. Is rebounded by Okoro. Pass to Mobley. Outside Jones. From behind the arc. And Klingon pulls it down.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Drive by Walker. Crafty move. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to be Evan Mobley.
And one look at Donovan Klingon, and you see why scouts were excited about him. 7'2" with a great build. You can only imagine the intimidating presence he could become on the floor.
Mobley outside. Outside Hunter. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Siakam left side. Pass to Klingon. Back to Siakam. Here's Klingon. And stolen by Mobley. The kick to Hunter. Launches a three. Sinks the tray. Hunter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, Kurt is a team-first guy that wants to involve his teammates. Pretty pass there.
Out to the right wing with his first shot attempt. And it's Shepherd missing.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And here's Hunter from the arc. Sinks it from distance. Hunter's got 6 here in the quarter.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Down low. Caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
What an important hoop for Klingon.
Pass to Mobley. The kick to Hunter. Lets it go from deep. Offensive board. Another shot. Mobley, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Kicks it out to Siakam. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gay. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. And it's Okoro penetrating. Outside Jones. Back to Okoro. Outside Jones. Out to Mobley. Nice shot from the wing. Mobley's got 11 points here in the second half.
The young big man, Evan Mobley, coming through in the clutch. We see you, young sir.
Here's Young. Here's Klingon. The layup off target. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Cavaliers. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Okoro outside. And Young pulls it down. And the Pacers with possession here. Gay.
Shooters have got to be careful and understand Evan Mobley is an elite shot blocker. He's going to let you feel him now, guys.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Shepherd.
It's off. That's about as good a job you can do as a defender. Affect the shot and secure the rebound.
And so it's the Cavaliers who come out on top. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And that about wraps it up.